Everybody, this is Robert, and I'm going to do a really quick, Robert from Deep Cycle Blog, and I'm going to do a quick off-the-bike review of the Unicomp IBM Unicomp Model M versus the 1989 Model M keyboard I have right here. Now, the first thing I'm going to talk about is my Unicomp Model M, which is made on January 22nd, 2018. And I bought this from, I live in China, so they shipped it to me in China. Now, there's something tiny loose inside. That's about it. This, I want to say, is a sturdy keyboard. I mean, this one feels heavier by at least a couple pounds, but this one does not feel light at all. I actually put it in my bike bag a lot, and on my bike bag I have two bolts on my bike bag that go against the back of the keyboard, and you can see some marks on it, but I need a steady keyboard, and this keyboard, compared to my my broken Majestouch Convertible blue switch, you can see the size difference, number one. And what it's not clear to see is the keys on the Unicomp just feel so much bigger than when I put my keys on here. It's like they feel, I don't know if the surface is bigger, but they feel bigger. The travel, well, I don't want to compare it yet till I talk about it individually. The travel on this feels so deep and so loud, you could hear that, and so defined click. 100 times better than the cherry blues inside my Filco Majestouch. 100 times better. And like I said, I don't know if it's an optical illusion because I have the bigger, I chose for the bigger letter prints, right? Small minor detail, you see that E's a little bit off center printed, no big deal. I mean, it's just a little bit crooked on there. Yeah, that's not so bad. But the travel, the depth of travel is much deeper, and the resistance is much higher than pushing down on this model, on this MX Blue Cherry keyboard here. That's number one. When I bought mine, I chose to have the Linux keys, super keys, right? And they give you this extra color keys. They gave me the shift, the control, and the caps key, but I don't do that. Now here's the original Model M, and this one was made in 1989, and I got this from China, and I'm using a PS2 adapter on it. And I wanted to love this keyboard. It's got I wanted to love it. And honestly though, when I go to use this keyboard, after using this keyboard, it feels like I'm going back to this keyboard. The travel on the IBM 1989 is less than the travel on the newer Unicomp Model M that I got. And the keys feel bigger. They feel bigger on this keyboard, and like there's a better depth, like a vowel in the top of the key, than it does on the original IBM Model M. So I try to type on this, and I try to love it, to love the feeling, but honestly, for me, the texture of the keys, and the depth of the travel and the resistance, maybe the springs are a little bit old on this one, but I just feel that it's just much better. Even though I bought this keyboard and I try to love it, it's much better on this keyboard. I mean, 100 in orders of magnitude, like Elon Musk says, in orders of magnitude better. So it's sturdy, and this is really I was worried about the color white. You can see my space bar kind of off color white after using this for about 5 months or so, 4 months. It's not good. I try to wash it and keep it clean. That's kind of a gripe I have, but so it kind of looks sturdier maybe. And that's not a good thing. And I don't mind about the decal right here. It's no big deal for me. It's a handsome keyboard. It's very industrious feeling and very sturdy. A lot of people say, "Oh, it feels cheap, man." It don't feel cheap at all. I mean, it feels comparable to the case on the Garmin Verb that I'm holding in my hand, and there's not really any blemishes on it. The one thing about the feet on the keyboard are so freaking tough. It's great. Very stable. By far the most comfortable keyboard I've ever used. Now this one here, talk about the IBM, it's just like a disappointment to go to this one after typing on this one, I think. Because I like the reason, this one is just so, it seems like it's only got about 80% of the travel. And it's not loud and clicky as the newer Unicomp model. So why this is the original, and you notice you're missing the super keys, so you have to remap them. In Linux, you could switch the left and right alts for super and do some other keyboard shortcuts, and also you're missing the menu key. And that's really inconvenient to be missing that, to tell you the truth. If you're trying to be, but that's personal preference. If you're trying to be, efficient. So I just want to say, I fully recommend this keyboard, the Model M, the Unicomp. It's in every way an upgrade from the original Model M. And this is the model. Some people say, "Oh, they copied it or whatever." Nah, it's really updated. And for the people that say that they're using the same what do you call it? The same dies for the keycap. If you look here, this key looks a little bit smaller, and this one looks the same size. But you see, the one looks bigger. So I think this was made with the old die keycap, and the new ones. I mean, I think the keys are bigger, and I never hear anybody say that online. I see that a lot of the custom keyboards in Reddit and the mechanical keyboard section, and they never talk about the actual size of the keys. And I think these large keys with the deep travel is great. Now, when I type on a long time, does it make my fingers hurt? Yes, like a little pussy it does. However, when I use it more, it's no problem. I get used to it. I mean, it's great. Now, is there a keyboard that I wish I had that I don't have if I was going to replace it? Yeah, there is a keyboard that I dream about here. And that is this keyboard, the Model F keyboard. Now I hope it's not as weak and just disappointing as a Model M here. But this guy right here, he's making a new Model F here, and you see this one right here. I like that because it would be smaller to travel with, right? And hopefully without giving up the true size. I hope the keys would be bigger, but I wonder how that switch would be. They say it's better than the Model M, but I just would love to have one of these. This little mobile one right here. You see that? How small that is? Ultra compact. As long as the keycaps are the same size, because I don't want to sacrifice the size of my keycaps to go to a miniature keyboard. That's what I would wish I could do, is get that. But it costs an arm and a leg, and it's impossible for me to get the money from China. To this guy, he doesn't take PayPal or he doesn't take WeChat, and he won't drop. I mean, he wants to ship it from the factory in China to America and then back. That's not really good for the environment and stuff, right? And it's like twice. You know how much it costs to add some price to ship there? Why not drop ship it from the factory? I don't know. But so this is not much a very good Model M keyboard review, but if you're making the choice between getting a Unicomp and original Model M, I'd say go with the Unicomp. Like, it's way better. You might even want to, if you're on your desktop and you don't want to move around a lot, you may go for that one with the battle station with all the extra function keys on it. That'd be kind of cool. except for even that's missing the Windows key and the menu key right here. Great key. You know, a little bit like you can see it moves around a little bit crooked, and this E is a little bit off printed center. And this is my biggest gripe is the discoloration of the space bar a little bit, but that's no big deal. And what else? Yeah, I don't really have any complaints about it, to tell you the truth. Yeah, sometimes like you see there, if you're in and out of the bag, the keycap might come off sometimes. Like I have like here you can see they come off sometimes in the bag when you're putting in and out. No big deal. You don't want to lose them though. Okay. So anyways, this is my Unicomp Model M review, and it's awesome. See you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.